Oh Lord, 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 Lord. We need more light than. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's like goodness gracious. Ah, yeah. So again, uh, yeah, that rambling. Let's see, where are we at? There's a couple things I'm gonna do. I was surprised. Oh wait a minute. Oh yeah, check this. I personally think that half the reason that I got so many people writing, asking me to continue to go on and just do my rambling in the morning is, well, hell, I'm not really 100% sure, but what the hell? Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, bet there's gonna be a lot of echo. Uh, yeah, I think it's working. Um, yeah, so there's a couple of things I think I'm gonna do. Uh, I will. What? Wait, what am I gonna do? Well, I've done submit it. Well, first of all, hi, welcome aboard. All right, Director. Um, I've got me some coffee. Uh, Ian, I know that you, for whatever reason, uh, I mean, I understand why everybody goes in uh, when Nicole's on and everything, but anyway, uh, well, what was I going to talk to y'all about? Oh yeah, uh, uh, okay, hold on. Hmm. Well, a couple things. I'm glad that you guys are checking out the campaign and everything. Uh, Working on the edit and all that kind of stuff. I received a lot of. Well, I received a couple of things. Number one, um, yeah, I've told myself if it gets to a certain number, I'll do it. But somebody started overseas. This I didn't know what it was. Uh, it was a picture of me looking pretty haggard. Uh, and since it was in a foreign language, I did my best to do that Google Translate, which is uh, you know, I mean, it's all right. It's still pretty wonky. I would never, I would never uh, choose my emotions with interacting with somebody in a different language based on Google's Translate because I have many times, just the other day, talking to some people and trying to do Google Translate, and either they were saying you're the cutest female gorilla I've ever seen, or it was something. So I just was like, you know, thanks. I love you all too. um, anyway, okay. So what else? Uh, anyway, so I thought, did somebody make a meme of me that's passing around? And I went, because I know me. I mean, and I don't get offended by that stuff at all. I really don't. Uh, so I went, well, uh, let's see, let's try and figure it out. Well, come to find out what it was is uh, somebody was like, hey, you know what I want to do? Let's all get together and write. It was so kind because they call me Mr. Ward. I mean, it really is kind of sweet. Anyway, um, they were like, uh, let's write him and see if he would, how much he would charge. And because I am a, you know me, I am a help us get this movie made. I will dance up there with tassels. Uh, a morning alarm clock video where they're like, can you sing something like, hey, good looking? What a wonderful day. Get up, get out of bed, get out there. And And so I wrote them because I always love. Uh, okay, wow, this is the early morning rambles, isn't it? But I think you I don't care why I like doing them at this time without it being advertised or anything. Um, what people don't understand is, and I'm going to get to other stuff. Oh, I do just ramble at this time in the morning, don't I? Anyway, I'm trying to get to all the people that wrote about me last night. Uh, uh, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I don't give a damn. I poke people all the time in a caring way. So when people poke back, I don't care. I actually love it. And but I was like, uh, you know, my movie right now is on a ton of illegal torrent sites and all that kind of stuff. And again, it's the way of the world. I mean, good lord. Um, but what I do is I will go on and I will look at, like, there's one site, and I'm not gonna promote them, but I mean, you can always find out. I mean, it's really simple. Just punch in, watch mine free online, and you know, everywhere, America, Russia, China, everywhere's got them. Well, there's one that we have like 700,000 views, and the country's a little poor, and I think that that's just how they watch movies. And but so I go on there and I always read through the comments because I know. And then Nicole's like, okay, if you're gonna pull that site up, I gotta leave because she just can't, me, I crack up on some of this stuff. And then some of the stuff collectively, I go, wow, everybody was saying this. And I actually use that. But anyway, but they always freak out because I actually enjoy doing this. I will I'll go on the illegal sites and I'll find my movie and I'll look at all the comments, and then I'll just start answering people. Even people who are like this, and this is what cracks me up. They're like, this, I can't believe I had to sit and watch this. And I always write back. I'm always, or they bitch about something. And they go, oh, this is clear. They spent millions of dollars on this. I'm like, whoa, what? And in one sense, see, this is what Nicole doesn't understand, or I go, I, I actually find that a compliment to go, what, through RPR, through the trailer, or you thought, because look, let's all be honest, we've seen friends of ours who do a movie, and when you look at it, you go, I love them, so I'm gonna watch it. But you can tell. So that's what I try to say. I'm like, that's a compliment, babe. But she's like, you belong on your own mountaintop. I'm like, yeah, I know. Anyway, so I always, and I don't want to bitch on it. I always go and I go, oh, look, I'm so sorry. I wish. Oh wait, how did I say it to him? It was great. But I always say something like this, especially that person. I was like, I'm so sorry. I hope you didn't spend a lot of money in a movie theater thinking that this was a big thing, or that you bought it or you rent it knowing that they're on an illegal site. And I go, I didn't have a lot of money. I don't know who told you this was a multi-million-dollar movie. I appreciate you sticking all the way through it. Obvious you did because of your comments. And I'm going to be making Crawl or Die 2. It still will be not a multi-million-dollar movie, but please, I hope you check it out. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, I get 3 responses. I get the typical, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. And then I always just write back and I'm like, thumbs up. Or I get the, wait, no, is this really? And what's good about that then is, then I have to go in and provide a link. And then they tell their friends, because if you're on a torrent site and commenting, now I've noticed that if you're like on an illegal site and not commenting, you're not going to talk to anybody there. But if you're commenting, that means you talk, like your friend, you brought your friends onto that site and your friends knew about this one, blah, blah, blah. And so all of a sudden, that person is writing 20 friends on that site going, dude, I think the director of that movie is talking to people, and they're like, no way, is he turning us in? And they're like, no, he's like talking to us. And then all of a sudden, I've got like 100 new followers. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know how I got on that. How the fuck did I get on that? Oh, I was talking about the meme. So yeah, the meme was there's a site out there that the people I went, oh, that's obviously a meme, and it literally was, it was like a screenshot. I look like a distorted walking Picasso painting. I'm like, "Rrr," and it's and I went, oh, obviously that's some, you know, poke at me. And then Nicole was like, you you wanna track down and see what they were saying? Because it had, foreign language on it. I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, why do you do that? I was like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, I want to know. And literally, I'm glad I did, because I wrote them back and I said, listen, if you get this many people, um, I'll do it. I'll make a good morning alarm clock video with like 5 different. Hey there, sleepyhead. Get out of bed. Go take on the day. And while you're doing it, check out crawlorDieTrilogy.com. Oh, man. Okay, so what's the other thing? Oh, by the way, and actually, I think I'm going to make this a thing. Now, I still have to figure out, I notice that all you, I love it when Nicole comes on, and believe me, I understand. Because, hey, anybody who's in a relationship, male, female, male, male, female, female, whatever, I think this is universal. Ugh, it sucks being attracted to your partner because then they can be an ass, and you're like, oh, I wish, damn it. I look at you and I'm like, duh. Anyway, and I know that's how you all are about me. I know that. All right. Yeah. So, because truthfully, all joking aside, I really love this medium. And oh wait, before I forget, because I was like, nah, I'm gonna bore you all. Shit, is it? I'm so horrible with names. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. You all run to the bathroom, or just look at my beautiful mug, or is it? There's a. Oh, shit. Is it? Is it? Hold on. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it is. Oh man, this kills me. Okay, look. I'm gonna throw this out there. I feel it's important for all of you all overseas and the international community and fans of the movie. You're probably not gonna know who this person is, but his name is Zach Renarts. Renates. He won't mind. Believe me. Don't anybody give me crap over that, because he won't care. Brother, broke my heart. I'll never know or understand completely what you've given. But I was thinking about you earlier tonight, and I deeply, deeply wish you comfort. And you're probably one of our biggest fans on the entire planet. What you did with your truck, and I guarantee you, We don't know. We don't know the things that most of the world decide on who we're going to be friends with. We know. He's never asked me. I've never asked him. Uh, I just go, and I don't care. What I care about is he's an individual in this world that has doesn't no ties to us whatsoever. Uh, has given, if you know who I'm talking about and you follow his post, um, you can tell has given himself physically and uh, other ways to an umbrella that I get to live under. Uh, that allows me to come on here and be me truthfully and say things and have my own beliefs and make the movie that I want to make. Uh, and he is a huge supporter. He's not rich and gives financially, gives emotionally, and gives without qualifications. And what I mean by that is he didn't, and this happens a lot, and I respect it offline. People will write me, what's your religion? What's your politics? What's your thoughts on this? And I know what they're doing. They're trying to figure out if I am somebody, because look, in the end, our supporters judge us, because they're not judging us to try to get onto the movie based on box office numbers. They're it's us. And this man um, has if you know who I'm talking about, I mean, literally, and I am hoping desperately that physically he's going to be able to be at the car wash. Um, but it's clear that the sacrifice that he has given of his body, of his life, that allows me the freedom to do this, and yet is one of my biggest supporters and all that, I saw is going through a lot of pain right now. And I just wanted to, I have a huge note here. Just want to publicly tell you thank you a lot. And I just, I hope that maybe uh, your interaction with me and the movie and Nicole, and I've noticed that other fans you've started a relationship with, I hope that brings you some comfort. And fucking love you. All right. So on to the next thing. Yeah. The the people overseas. Hey David, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, I was talking about Zach Renards. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I'm but he won't be upset. I know it's Renates or Renards. I don't know. I'm horrible at that shit. Um anyway, I just yeah. Anybody who is friends with him or knows what I'm talking about, just be sure to reach out and tell them we all love them and that. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee and then I'm uh mm, yeah just plotting on how's you guys doing good, doing good. I'm going to uh I'm going to use these times. I'm actually enjoying these times because it allows me the freedom to kind of share the stuff that I know bores the living hell out of everybody on the planet. Like I'm literally going to pull up uh, here in about 30 minutes. Um, an 8 second. Well, Nicole shared her video last night, and I worked on the first 8 to 10 seconds of that video. And I wanted to show people, and I wasn't even done with it, but we had to get it up. But I at least wanted to show people because I had a lot of people um, ask me why Nicole went on last night and thanked me for that when literally it's 8 seconds. Um, but I thought, well, let me show people what I put into 8 seconds, knowing that nobody is going to care about it, but I do. But it's also, it bleeds over into why I've gotten the, when I say amount of success, I would say, well, okay, that is a true thing to say. The amount of success that I have gotten off of with Crawl or Die, having close to $5,000 to make the whole movie. And this isn't me bragging. I'm just trying to show a point because believe me, I've got nothing to brag. My next door neighbor, who is an electrician, uh, man, he should be the one bragging. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how much money do you make? Anyway, but my movie was shown on what's called the Horror Channel over in the UK for almost every month for 2 years. And I go, when I have other ultra low budget independent people or people trying to break into something, and they ask me, how'd you do that? Or did you secretly have more money or something? I go, no, it's attention to detail. And when I say that, I know that sounds so it sounds like when I was a student and my teacher going, it's attention to detail. And I go, here's the irony. At that age, when somebody was telling me that, I was like, oh, can't I just, what I realized later on is that attention to detail is easy when you want to do it. Like you have to do it. And in case in point, I'm gonna pull up 8 seconds. And what 8 seconds? Oh no, I'm sorry, David. Yes, late night again. Yep. I think I kind of enjoy this because I only sleep when I'm doing a project like, well, uh case in point, last night after Nicole did her thing, I slept for an hour, got up, worked, and then I even have a little blanket and pillow here when I'm editing. Sometimes I'll lay down for 30 minutes, catch 30 minutes, I'll wake back up, start working. I know I'm not advocating that. I'm not, I know that there's probably some health things that aren't good about that. But I also go, how many films does Stanley Kubrick get to make? Quentin, I mean, uh, besides Nicolas Cage, who seems to be able to drop a movie every 30 days. I mean, normally, what do you get to do in my line? 8 movies, 15, and I go, I don't want to miss a second of this, good or bad. So, yeah, I'm not even last night. My poor old one of my family members called and was like, I'm going to be driving through town and I would love to have lunch. And I'm like, I mean, after this is done, there's going to be 2 or 3 years and we can have lunch all those times. And I go, I know in one way it might sound a little selfish to some people or they don't understand it. But I go, if you had the opportunity 10 times out of your entire life to do something that you absolutely love, who that really loved you wouldn't go, hey, I get it, I'm behind you. uh I missed the video. No, you haven't. Uh I just went on and just started rambling a little bit, and I got so many people last night that wrote me emails uh, especially from one territory that literally Google Translate. This is how it Google translates. Uh, I'm. I think I like being on this early because I can just be me and I don't have to worry about it that much. But literally, but whatever name they've given me, Google translates it as lumpy female gorilla. I'm like, just cracks the holy hell out of me, and I love it. I'll be having a crap day, and I'll read, and I'll be like, "Oh, dear Mister Gorilla, uh, uh, blah 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 blah," and anyway, yeah. Hey, David, look, I actually wear that as a badge of honor. I am too. In fact, here's how you know I'm being 1,000% and honest. I'd go, dude, you're not ultra low budget. Uh, you're ultra low budget. And that's exactly where I was. And I go, people are like, oh man, you've stepped up. And I went, oh yeah, I stepped up too. Instead of ultra low budget, I'm low budget. So, but you know what? That's what I try to tell people all the time. Uh, I mean, look, I'm not running around with daisies and rainbows flying out of my ass going, hey, just look at those bad times in a different way and your life will be great. It's not me. It's not my point. My point is that you can, I can all the time. I could look at those monikers and believe me, it's said all the time. People going, uh, oh, Mr. Ward's on the phone. Who's Mr. Ward? did Crawl or Die? What Crawl or Die? And they're like, yeah, that ultra low budget movie. And I go, you know what? I wear that as a badge because I go, it's not a chip on my shoulder. But I go, so what does that mean? And I went, well, I could get into all the arguments, John Cassavetes, all that. But then I go, hey, you know what that means? I have total freedom to create what I want. And I actually look at some of my friends that have a quote professional budget. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't or don't want to try that or that I don't have dreams and aspirations. But I look at how there is a real serious part of them that is crushed in one way. It is no longer their complete vision. And while that to me is what is beautiful about filmmaking is it's never completely, the actors interpret it different, the camera angles, what size lens you can, all that is a factor. And I love trying to go, how in the hell do you take all these different outlooks and prisms and everything and pull it all together to create any sort of resemblance? And so ironically, I've switched that to, I used to be embarrassed and be like, it's me with I'm the ultra low budget filmmaker. I realized I have something they don't, and I'm actually going to have to give up it a little bit the minute. I mean, it's the sacrifice. Nothing's ever free. I don't care what anybody says. It's just not. It won't be for me either. Is the moniker is I have something that they don't, which is if I want to go, you know what, at the end of at the end of Crawl or Die 2, it's going to end with Nicole breaking out into Fred Astaire song, or no, oh, it's not Danny Kane, Fred Astaire. They're just singing in the rain. Anyway, and have everybody go, what the hell was that? I can do it. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because, yeah, don't. I will wear it, and I would suggest this You take it however you want, or anybody else that's listening. There are a lot of things I do that I use that chip on my shoulder, but that comes from individuals, you know, that were just nasty when they didn't need to be, but they're too powerful and, you know, there's nothing I can do. But I will use that. But I go, yeah, to me, I'm proud of it because I know when I'm talking to another director, and while it used to intimidate me, oh no, that's not true. That's not me. None of that shit intimidates me. So that would be lying to say that. Maybe it's just me, but I could understand why having a face-to-face meeting, being an ultra low budget filmmaker, and then you're talking to somebody who uh, makes millions of dollars off their movie. Uh, but I promise you, when I say to them, "Yeah, man, I'm ultra low budget," it's got its drawbacks, but it's got some great things too. Their silence is a little bit of that. Yeah, you do. You have something that I don't have, and they can't even buy, which is eh, now. I'm not running around going, "Oh, I'm never taking that," because I go, "No, Daddy likes new shoes also." Anyway, uh, yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. My short, I expected to make it. Was this a late night? What can I do? Yeah. I think if you look around, um, and this is me saying this. I mean, I've owned an art gallery, and I've always been around artists in some capacity. Even when I was working on a pipeline for an oil company, I my life was divided between blue collar working and artist, which was man, what an interesting. I used to. I was crazy. I used to go. I'm going to take these hard drinking blue collar uh, pipeline workers, and I want to take these coffee shop beatnik artists, and I would hold events that they were both there, and then get people to sit down in a circle and have a conversation. But the only way I could get the blue collar workers to do it was to have like shots of tequila there, and then anyway. And actually, I was really proud of that. Some really great friendships and humor, and anyway. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna heat up my coffee. Uh, I don't know if you can see this. I made this tank coffee mug a long time ago. I mean, it's a little bit, instead of looking like a mohawk, it's like a big white afro, right? And then there's me. There's okay. This is young me. Okay, this is me going. I can't just write tank. It's got to be way more expressive. And then literally everybody was just like twerk. I'm like, yeah, fuck me. Okay, anyway, hold on. Anyway, David, I would say this. Uh, Sometimes a lot of my friends don't understand, and I understand this a lot. They don't understand why art means so much to me, and why I believe that art is just as important as everything else. Is because of this. Uh, for whatever reason, all the uh, times in my life when we all have those moments where it's just overwhelming. You're like, do, eh, do I need to go on, or does anybody care? All that kind of stuff. What always got me through it, and I'm not just saying it's like it just got me through it like that. Sometimes it just numbed it. Um, was to just sit down and start making something, or get engaged with somebody else who's making something. And whatever that is, that's why I say to people, no, maybe nobody who loses an arm calls up an artist to help them. But other things that are just as debilitating as that, people do turn to some form of art, whether it's singing, reading a book, uh, watching a movie, or just being around, uh, whatever it is. So always do that, man, because I think all artists, just like you know, Wall Street people. I mean, there's a reason people were jumping out of windows. You know, uh, but I would say turn to make the art. This comment that you made right here, I never expected to make it. I go, that's when I make some of my best stuff. I mean, really. Uh, I'll work on an edit and which I'm gonna show. I'm gonna pull it up here probably in about 15 minutes. I'm gonna attempt to show. I mean, it's probably gonna bore a lot of people, but I at least want to show what kind of turns me on when I'm working on stuff. But yeah, I think what happens is I struggle and struggle and struggle over an edit or something I'm trying to film, and if I get away from it, I realize, oh, my struggle is I'm trying to conform. I'm trying to make it like Hollywood would make it, or I'm thinking of all the critics and going, you know, I don't want the critics to. I want the critics to love this, and it just won't work for me. And then uh, I'll wake up or I'll be on like rambling like I am at 5:37 a.m. in the morning, and I realize, oh my god, that was the easiest solution ever. And you know why? Because at this time of night when I'm on, I don't care if there's no viewers, I don't care if there's 20 viewers, and I find that when I'm making my art, a lot of the times, it's again when I have more freedom, is those unexpected I'm just gonna do this. And you're like, oh Jesus Christ, what was I fretting over that? That was the easiest hit in the world. Uh let's see here. It was always better. Never thought it would have been good enough for a film festival. I don't understand that. Uh Look, I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna sound like the stupidest hallmark comment. And I don't believe it all the way myself either. But there is truth to it, and I constantly tell myself this because there's truth to it. I'll never probably fully believe it. You won't either, but I'm going to tell you this. Um, Artists, which you're an artist, we tend to always devalue what we do. Case in point, you were like, I still don't understand why they took it. I go all the time. I don't understand why this person is adhering to what I'm doing. And then I had somebody sit me down and say, when you do that and you say that, they're talking about me, you're really insulting me. And I went, what? What do you mean I'm insulting you? And they were like, because I found value in it. And you literally are saying, I mean, I don't think it's that good. I don't know why you do. So do you think I'm stupid? And I'm like, well, no. And they were like, so I found value in it and I'm proud of it. And I accepted it into a film festival or I put it up and I told all my friends about it. And you're going, it's just a little. And they were like, and that really makes me go, are you do am I stupid for liking? And I'm like, no. And so that brought me a different perspective. And I went, I'm fine going. I had limitations. I didn't have a lot of hope in this, but I put it out there in the world, and I am thankful that you found value in it. And thank you. And so I hope you. I hope I'm sharing something that I learned because I used to do it all the time, Dave. I used to go, and even if you don't say it, I know you're gonna feel it. I know every artist does, but literally, I used to go all the time. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just a little look. It's not big. And then after that person spoke to me, I went, "Oh yeah, I am insulting the people that connected with it, that did find something in it." I'm kind of, in a way, they were right. Me going, I mean, I don't know why. It's really kind of just a little thing I threw together, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Um, so I'm not telling you to change or just a thing that I learned that I go, whoa, that was not my intention at all. But I totally see what you're saying. Like, you're right. This person uh, had a movie theater, and they started a program to where once a month they would give away free popcorn, uh, free tickets, and show like three independent artists that were making something to try to give back. And they were standing behind me because I had thrown something together, and I mean, I was embarrassed because the sound was horrible and all that kind of stuff. But and I wasn't thinking about it him, and he was standing behind me, and there was some people interviewing college students for a college thing, and I was like, "Look, man, I mean, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here. This was bummer." And that's when he pulled me aside, and he was like, "So, I guess me seeing belief and spending my time and putting this up there, and you just literally just told the world that I'm an idiot." I was like, "What?" So anyway, you know, it was a it was a it was a moment that I went, "Oh, that is not my intention at all." And so I try to go. I did the best I could, uh, and I am glad that somebody can see past all the roughs, and I hope that I can take it somewhere else. But I mean, I did make it and put it out there, and that's the truth. I'm so like, how can this be? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I do it all the time. It's one of the hardest things. Okay, look, I'm gonna heat my coffee up. If y'all have to leave, that's fine. What I'm gonna do is it's gonna take me like, I don't know, 5 minutes. I'm gonna come back and I'm going to screen share if I can do this without Nicole here. uh, and I will bore the hell out of y'all, but that's why I'm on at this hour, and I'll show you what I do on 8 seconds of something. All right. Or I'll accidentally screen share me nude dancing on top of public toilets, drinking tea, and holding an umbrella. We'll see which one pops up. Hold on one second. All right. Okay. Yeah, I still got to figure something out. What I really want to do, and by the way, if anybody, because yesterday I got about 25, which is amazing for me. It really is for me. 25 emails about the my rambling last night, and I so I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'll just go on there and ramble on because I can't share these things on what I call our professional uh, interaction, which is understandable uh, because I ramble on and talk about minutia and I understand that that's boring to a lot of people. And so, for the few people who are starting to tune into these, I do appreciate it. I do want to say this, David, and anybody else that comes on here. I know it sounds like a broken record, uh, but I'm sharing it because you have to pound stuff in past people's mental brickyards that they build around themselves. And I'm the worst at it. I try to be as open as I can, but believe me, when I think my trigger is and always will be bullies. People who just because of their power or their status or their they're creating a world and they are like, this is the world, and if you are not part of this, and they just stomp on people. I hate that. But uh it took years for people to pound in through my head uh what a waste of energy it is on my part. uh and instead of confronting them and going, oh, you want to stand here and make fun of those, why don't you do it right here? Instead of going, you know what, I'm just going to go talk to those people that were making fun of and just be like, hey, I don't give a fuck what that person there did. Yeah, talk to me. And be like, oh, you are a jerk. Okay. Or hey, doesn't matter, you be you. Anyway, so I'm going to keep saying this over and over again, on everything that I do all the time. Look, man, David, I really enjoy the stuff you do, and there are a ton of other creative people on that follow us, support us, that are doing things. Listen to me, please, please, especially during this time, because I have so many things going on, and it is the one chunk of my life that I get to do what I'm going to do. So I focus on it and promise myself I'm going to enjoy it, but I also know me, and I do spend a lot of time trying to make it the best I can make it. But I can't do that job because I'll feel guilty if I don't keep trying to give back. So that maybe it is also a selfish thing on my part that I go, uh sometimes maybe it's not always about them as much as it is I want to feel good also. uh and so I need to try to share artists. My point on this, I'm going to use you, David, since you're here as an example, but this is for any of the artists that watch this later on. Please, if you make something, if you put something out there now, if you go overboard, if every day there's one person that sends me 25 things like, hey, I posted a picture of my jewelry, I posted a picture of this, and it's not that I care, I'm just not gonna go, all right, I'm gonna share. But especially like you, David, when you make one of those videos, um, A, I may not be sure to know how to share it. B, I'm, I may be focused on what I'm doing, and then before I know it, 3 days later, I see Nikki posting something, and I'm like, "Wait, when did that happen?" Please, just send, give me a little nod, and don't, for people out there, well, who the fuck, why are you so important? Why do I have to tell you? And I go, you don't. But what I am telling you is, if you do, believe me, I'll go, oh man, thanks. I didn't know this. I didn't see this. And I'll go and post it. And that will make me feel good. And hopefully I can get more eyes on what you're doing, because I love your stuff. I do the same thing with, so horrible with names. I literally forgot Nicole's name yesterday. We were sitting there, I was talking to somebody, and I was like, yeah, and you. I have the most severe case of ADD of anybody on the planet. Uh, I mean, it's bad, and so my brain just, I can't retain quick stuff like that. Um, but John Halsey, I can't think of the anyway. Uh, he finally starts sending me a link. Like if he creates something really Johnny Veins, Jesus Christ. Anyway, he'll send me a link or send Nicole a link, and she'll tell me, and I get to put it out there, and that makes me happy. So all of that, welcome to my world, the way my brain works. Uh, Seriously, David, I love that stuff. I absolutely love. Like I'm telling you right now, the toilet paper thing. I'm correct, right? That was you. Like you told me it was like the toilet paper. That's how you got that effect, dude. That let me tell you, you sharing that with me. Oh wow, actually, I'm so glad you're here. Let me tell you selfishly what you did for me. I have to reshoot a scene that I think is horrible. Not the actor's fault, not the people who were trying to get the effect fault. I was just trying to do something that without a lot of money or digital special effects just wasn't going to work. And I just kept pushing and pushing, and they did the best they could. It just didn't work. Dude, I literally, when you shared with me how you did that shot, I literally sat back. I am not kidding you. And I went, I am a fucking idiot. That is perfect. I can do that. I can go down there. I don't have to, because those tunnels, some of those tunnels are like $2,000 for a 10-foot section that I have. I can only afford two. Um, and I certainly can't afford now. They're all just, I went, my God. So, yeah, that's why I try to come on and share and say, David, don't ever be embarrassed by that stuff because you literally helped me and influenced me on something just that small that I guarantee you, when you were sharing it, you weren't going, hey, let me show you what I did. I know you were like, oh man, but that's why I try to tell artists all the time is like, man, you never know. You never know. And yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. All right. So I'm gonna see. Okay. Now this might be the biggest crap the bed moment that you all have seen me on. Uh okay. Oh, right. So one thing I'm gonna put out there in the world while I'm gonna try to do this, which could be absolutely hilarious. There might seriously be like a video of me running around with a firecracker in my ass or something here. I'm trying to be sure that I share the right thing. But uh if I can, I really want to get into once a week, twice a week, sharing. A lot of you all will be bored out of your mind, but I at least want to put it out there in the world for people to see what an edit that has to go to a distributor entails. And the only way I can do that, because it does have music in the timeline and I edit to music. I edit a different way than a lot of editors edit. And I can't do that on here because Facebook, if you notice, is pretty silent behind me. I've already been warned. Um, and again, I'm not going, oh, the big corporate. I go, actually, what they're doing is they're protecting artists. Uh, so, I see the good and bad in it. But what does suck is there's nowhere. I can't do it on YouTube. YouTube has the same rules. They'll just mute it, and then I'm in dead silence, and you can't hear me talking. So I've got to figure out a way. Again, I haven't looked into that group thing. I don't know if because while you could screen capture it, it's not really recording. I think it's just a live thing. But it's something that if anybody has any spare time or anything that they can think about or any suggestions. Nobody ever does, but if you do, I'll sure take it. If not, I'll do the research. But maybe somebody's out there like, I got an idea. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can do this. This may be bad. Yeah, I appreciate that. Took a couple of hours, but it was just to show my support. Oh yeah, let me throw it up there because I love for people. No, I mean I know that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes the smallest little thing. I was doing something way back when Final Cut was in its second year, and back then I think there was a thing called TwitPic or TwitVid. Anyway, it was like a 8-second video on Twitter, and I had figured out a way to do this easy, cheap way to make old, at that time it was not 4K cameras. I think it was like full HD. Anyway, the look of those video cameras it was like watching 1990 porn. Like everything was in focus, so everything looked like a daytime soap opera. It didn't look like a film. And I just messing around, I found a real easy way in Final Cut to, in seconds, make it look like film. Take that look away. And I posted that little 8-second thing. I just honestly, at that time, I didn't know what to share. So I was just like, well, at least I can share this. I threw it out there. And then literally there was a person who got into a shorts festival and then got a small budget deal to make a film. And they wrote me this letter. Now, this was like a year later. And they were struggling with what to do because they hated the look of what they were doing. And they used my trick. And that I mean, the trick's not what got them in. But anyway, and I went, man, you never know. I mean, right? I mean, like, you never know. And I guess with that also comes the flip. I guess sometimes you could say something and not know, especially with my sense of humor. I do it all the time. Somebody's like, I just want to let you know, man. Like, you were making fun of that, and I feel that way. And I was like, fuck. Sorry. Let's see. How do I do this? All right. I think if I go here. Okay. I'll go here. And what you guys can't see right now is my screen, but I'm trying to oh yeah, right, okay. So I gotta make sure I turn the sound off on that. I think it'll be fine as long as I don't do that. Okay, let me close it. Hold on one second. I want to do right there. Y'all can just stare at my beautiful mug. So many of you have been writing me asking for like 8x10s to sit beside your bedpost when you wake up. It's like, hey, there's Oak in the morning. Okay. Is this it? This is it. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta see. Now, how do I screen this? Very interesting. Okay, hold on. All right. Because you set up a live from your website. Okay, so it's funny that you say that. I used to do that. In fact, we used to be on 24/7. But to do that, maybe I can look into that. That's a good idea. You used to be able to do that. How is I used to buy space, like a host space, essentially what YouTube is. Like, YouTube is a space that people throw video on, and then that video can be accessed from around the world. Right now, we've kind of gone to a place where you upload to Facebook Space or YouTube Space or Vimeo, but they don't want to get sued, so they have to implement rules. And I understand that because I am sure there's a lot of stuff that people put out there that you want to try to keep, that would just be horrible, horrible stuff. Well, but what does suck is I go, wait, but why can't I just share with why can't I talk to my friends and just do this? I understand I don't want to put it out there in the world and be like, hey, look at, I can use your music and use your talent. I understand that. You know what? I'm going to check into that because what happened was once YouTube came around, because it used to cost a lot of money to get that space. And then when YouTube came around, everybody left, understandably, because they were like, free, upload free. We're like, hell yeah. And then those people, a lot of them went out of business. But I'll bet you it's pretty damn cheap right now because I bet you a lot of people don't do that. Or we could touch the photos. I'm feeling badass today. Right now. I did that to Nicole for one whole year. I literally got like the cheesiest 8x10 photograph of me, like, and I would just we just woke up and she'd be like, what the fuck you doing? I'm like, good morning, sunshine. I'm such an ass. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Hold on, because all right. Well, at least somebody's here. So if this doesn't work, oh, this is scary. All right, hold on. Window. Yeah. Okay. Wait, hold on. Now, wait. Okay. Oh yeah. See. Oh, wait. What are you seeing? Oh no, you're not seeing anything yet, are you? Hold on. Okay. All right. So that's working. Yeah. Okay. So now what I need, David, since you're actually, if you could help me on something real quick, because the way I have this set up, I can't see. Is it better? Is it better? Is it better to have me over here in the corner, or is it too small on like is that better? Or that's not good. Yeah, so it's either this or just full screen. I guess I could go back and forth. I don't know. You all let me know. Oh my god. Could I have stopped on the worst part of Nicole? Wait. She's gonna kill me. Wait. All right, never mind. I have such a knack for doing that to people. I do it all the time. I'll pull an actor in to show them an edit, and I'll have just randomly stopped, and they're like, I go, wait a minute, why are you not listening? Can you hear what I'm saying? And they're like, what? And I go, oh shit, no, you don't look like that. Wait, hold on, it's just where I stopped. Small screen is fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. It's a little nerve wracking for me because I'm really going. Oh man, I think you guys are gonna be bored out of your mind. But at least I'm gonna share a little bit about what I do. Missed a screenshot opportunity. Oh yeah, no, you didn't. You don't understand. I will get so much hell. She'll be like, "Could you have?" I'll be like, "Oh baby, oh, sorry." Okay, hold on. I gotta pee. Hold on. Here. Wait, you can look at. Everybody can stare at. I mean, that at least that's a way better. Alrighty. So, uh, so, David, since you are there, um, I need I need to ask a question because I don't understand this. Obviously, you can hear me talking right now. If I, what I need to know is this: I'm going to. Can you also? I need to know. Can you hear the video when I'm doing this? Can you hear that, or is it very faint? I need to know because there's a musical thing in it that I know that would I don't want to get banned. Yeah. So you can hear me and you can hear the sound on the edit, correct? I'm sorry to be putting you driving or something. Can just hear, but it's faint. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Uh, all right. I'm gonna figure out how to do this. I'm gonna make this work right here. Um, I'll I'll I would like to say I was gonna rewatch this later to see what's good and bad about it. Anyway, okay, screw it. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so for any of you all that tuned in, oh wait, if I change the size of this, will this? You guys are gonna see. This is okay. I see what it's doing there. Oh, so it's making it smaller there. Okay, so I do it like this. Okay, hold on. This is what I do my whole life. I talk to myself. All right, hold on. Okay, so if I do it about right there, okay, that's good. And so if I move it up here, what's it do? Does it move that up there? No. So that's as high as that's going to go. And can you see the bottom? I don't think you can. Let me see if I. All right, hold on. Oh, there you can. How far down can you? Okay, it's right about there. Okay. All right, I see how I'm going to try to make this work. All right. Sad thing about this is, shit, I can't see your all's comments. Well, all right. Here's what I'm going to do. I promise myself I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend about 5 minutes going through this edit. I will have to stop like every minute and a half. Now, here's the thing. This is where I get really nerdy and geeky. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get into this. No subtitles cover bottom, but it's okay. Subtitles. Right. I forgot about those. Okay. Well, here's what's going to happen. I know me. I start getting into this geek stuff, and all of a sudden, I might go on for 4 or 5 minutes and forget to check back on the comments. I'm going to feel horrible about that. I'm going to try. I've actually set up a little timer because the video that where wait no I guess it wait how the hell does that work? Jesus Christ! Oh, yeah, okay, video or this that right there on my screen. It covers the whole screen when I go to work on it, so I can't see the comments. Closed captioning on live. Gotcha. Yeah, I always forget about that. Believe me, I almost got in trouble the other day. I forgot because I was in the other room and somebody, I'm not gonna say who, was being, well, just an ass. And so I privately wrote them and was like, look, I'm taking you off right now. You're welcome to come back on. You don't have to apologize. I understand that everybody goes through a hard time, but this is not the place for that. And I went into the other room and was talking to myself, going, look, that was hard to do. Like literally talking to myself. But I went in the other room and I went, okay, I know that might come across, that person might think I'm an asshole for the rest of their life. I hope they don't, but damn it, blah, blah, blah. And what I forgot was that captioning, that thing is like it heard me all the way in the other room. And I came back and everybody was like, are you okay, Oak? And I'm like, what are you all talking about? They were like, were you just, who are you talking to? And I was like, what are you all talking about? I was like, so be aware of that. Yeah. Yeah, so all that to say, I've got a timer set, and every minute and a half I go back. So if you or anybody writes a question and it takes me a minute or two to get back to it, and if I really get into the edit and it takes me 4 or 5 minutes, uh, it's only because I can't see it. I can only see the whole screen. All right. All right. Here we go. Oh, this is so weird. Can't believe I'm doing this. Okay. Yeah, because I don't let people into my edit studio while I'm editing. I don't even let Nicole in here. So I'm ready for it. This is weird. All right. Okay. All right. I've got to test two things because I got to make sure that if I'm going to spend the time to do this, that it's capturing everything or it'll be a waste of time. So I need to learn the parameters. So let me make this. I need to make sure that, can I show you all the way the bottom of the edit? Let me see. Or do I have to scroll down? All right. Oh, okay. So I've got to do it that way. And then if I go over here, let's go all the way to here, go to here. So you can see the top video and you can't see the bottom. I have to scroll down for you. Okay. So if I work in there, okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So I'm going to say this again. This will give me the freedom to do what I actually want to do. All right. My 4:30 to 7 o'clock in the morning unannounced morning rants is going to be stuff that I want to share that I love. That is not the accolades, not the finished product, not the interviews, but all great stuff. It's the stuff that I really get into. That not a lot. I think maybe 20 people in the world will find interesting and really delve into what I'm going to share here. I say that for one reason. Anybody who is a fan of Nicole or I, or is a fan of the people helping on the movie, or is just a fan of the movie, I understand. And when I say I don't care, I'm saying you may log in and go, oh, shit, I didn't know Oak and Nikki were on right now. And I go, no, this is me talking about the minutia of what drives me to do this stuff. And even my own mom can only sit and watch this for about 20 minutes. And then she's like, well, I mean, that's great. And I'm letting everybody know that loves me or the movie, I'm okay. I understand. What I'm getting ready to do is going to bore 99% of the people, but I went. There's about 12 people in the world that I went, oh, I didn't realize how much energy I get I shared a couple of things and they shared back, and it made me feel not so weird because I went, oh, somebody else does love this stuff. So anyway, that's where you're at. You're welcome to go, what in the fuck is going on here? And go, hey, Oak, love ya. Disconnect, make some eggs, and I'm okay. All right, so here we go. So uh, an interesting thing happened over the last 3 or 4 days. Um, Nicole, uh, we knew the campaign was coming around because when we did the original campaign, we asked for the amount of money that we needed to help us purchase the equipment that would allow us to finish the movie this year versus a whole nother year. Plus, because we know we are going to get a distribution deal from one of the companies. Um, when you do music, that comes with, how do I say this? Okay, when a distribution company purchases your film, here's how a lot of them make money. They go, oh, you have a title song. And they go, well, do you have the rights to it? And if you say no, bam, that song has to be out of there. And then they provide usually a song they own the rights to, so they can get money on it. Smart on them. But let's say the artist who did it did give you the rights to sell their song on your movie. Then they're like, great, we need it delivered to us, that song, in stereo, in 5.1, and we need all the stems and blah, blah, blah. And if you don't have that, it's not that they won't take it, but then they go, yeah, and you sign the deal, and then they go, oh yeah, that song, uh, you didn't have a professional studio record it and give us all this stuff, but we hired a company to do that, and they break it down, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, we made a deal for you for $20,000, but for us to take that song and do that, that cost 80,000. Oh, you don't have posters? We did it, but that cost 20,000. And before you know it, you're like, Jesus Christ, I owe them money. Um, so that's why we went. We need the 5,000 because it has to be done at a studio that understands. Because I will never let a distribution company do that to me again. I will always go, oh, here's here's the posters, professionally done in this resolution. Here's the movie. Here's the stems. Here's the 5.1 surround. Here's the 7 point surround. Here's the stereo. It's all done and all that, so that I can go, yeah, so I don't owe you a dime. So let's talk about what I'm going to get now. So that's why I do all this. Uh, so when we didn't make the 20,000, which I understand, it's a lot. It's a lot because we don't have 300 hardcore "we support you every day" fans. We 75 to 100, um, and and you can make a career off that. Notice we stepped back and went, okay, can we lean on our fans to do it a little at a time? Um, and then also do it under the guise of, I don't want to just do a Patreon. I don't, and if you do that, that is fine. We don't want to do that. And I went, okay, so how are we going to lean on our fans for months? Go, okay, so if we ask for a little bit at this time, can you help us raise that? And our fans reached out and went, yes. And they helped us get that first campaign. And then we went, okay, now we need a little bit more for this. And we know that that's hard going back to the same people that did, but they seem to be going, yeah, you know. Uh, so all that to say, the reason, instead of just going, you know what, don't worry about it, thank you for doing that, is that we can't go record those songs because the studio, it's either going to cost the 5,000 now that we have to pay the studio to have the songs done in the right way, or it's going to cost me between 40 and $100,000 that will be charged to me and go against whatever they offer me uh, if we don't have it done this way. And so what I told Nicole was, I said, listen, um, if you can raise the funds to have this studio record the music in this way, then yes. And if you can't, then we'll temp in music, and whatever distributor comes along, they will do it, because I'm not going to allow them to do, I mean, because I didn't understand deliverables, I got charged 40 plus $1,000 for posters, you know, uh, and I go, oh, well, that's my fault for not having all this stuff done in the right way. So, okay, here we go. So that's where we're at right now. That's why we're asking for the money. That's why Nicole is out there trying to push. So I'm going to show y'all something. So what she did last night was she went on live and she was talking to people about the campaign, and we did a little trailer for it. Now, I have a lot of people. I'm going to use my accountant as an example. Okay. No, I'm not going to use him as an example. Hold on. I'm actually going to use a family member of mine because they've known me a long time. They say to me all the time, I don't understand. Why is it you filmed it? Why does it take so long? I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, I mean, you film it, right? Can't you just, you film that, them saying the line, put it there, that person over there, put it there. And I'm like, okay. So I'm going to show you what 8 seconds, is that right? Hold on, let me look here. Is it 8 seconds? Maybe it less. Go through here. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is a little longer. 13 seconds. Here's what 13 seconds, the amount of work that I did, and I still wasn't done. I wasn't done. I'm still not happy with this. It would, for me to be happy with it, it would have probably taken me another full day of editing, and this would have been absolutely perfect and kick ass. But we went, oh, we got to get this out there right now. Okay, so what you're looking at is, this is the video up here, up top, and then everything below this, that's the sound. Now, I'm telling y'all right now, if you editors out there send me letters and go, if you do this, I ain't answering you. I don't give a damn how you edit. Kudos to you. Unless I ask you about your advice on how I edit, and don't offer it, because I don't care. This is how I do it, and I do it for specific reasons. Yes, I know that this is the timeline and most people put the video here, but I don't, because I edit a different way. Okay? All right. So I have all my sound down here. Now, for example, this alone, when I'm working with sound, to make that swoop up sound, I know that most people on most projects, look, that right there. Oh, let me turn it up. And maybe turn it up all the way it's going to go. No. So, hey, that swoosh right there, I know that most people would just look up swoosh and put it in there. Well, that ain't good enough for me. I always make stuff more difficult, but I also go, that's why I love this. I wanted the sound of 3 different ones, all done at a different level. which you can see little key points here and here, and I just like the way it sounds better. And I also am a stickler on every time something comes up on screen, which you can see up here. If there's a visual that pops up on a screen, for instance, bam, right there. Okay, there needs to be a sound, as far as I'm concerned. A sound going, hey, visually, you just saw that pop up. So a new sound, which is right here, has to pop up. And this sound better be getting out of there. And when it leaves, notice I have notice when the comes up, bam, right there. If you scroll down, you'll see I introduced another sound right there. Because to me, I hate it when I am watching a movie or an advertisement and they have the sounds of the birds and they have the sounds of the person talking, and then a word pops up and there's no sound. And I'm like, well, wait, you just showed me and made me enter your world and went, oh, you hear the birds in the background? So I go, okay, you set the reality. And now you're going to show me stuff and not have sound adhere to that rule, unless you're doing something abstract, which I don't think Geico is doing, bugs the hell out of me. And I can't do it. So I even go as far as, if you notice, even when the video leaves, I have to have sound drop out to give a reason why. And that is right here. So that sound drops out. You see that? See that right there, where that goes down from there to there, there to there? That's me physically going in, because this clip is really this. I have to go in there and manually pull that down to go, that sound is gone. And so that sound has to leave. Now, what's crazy about all this that I'm sharing with you all is that is literally half of a second. And what some people didn't know, and I was shocked to see this, is that every sound clip that you pull in, you physically have to, let me see if I can zoom in here and show you. Okay. Every sound clip ever on anything, you have to go in and physically put, let me open this up. Let me expand this, expand audio. Bam. Oh, fuck. I hate doing that. I forgot the new, go back there. Oh, you dumbass. Okay, hold on. I want to hear it. Wait. So audio animation. Okay, so I'm going to open that clip up. Now I'm actually going to make it bigger for the few people that are really interested in this versus the people who don't give a hell. Let's see, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Okay, so for example, this is it. This is a must. Okay, so every clip, when you are delivering something to a distribution company, it doesn't have to be this way for YouTube. But if you're going to sell it or want to sell it for to a Netflix, Hulu, whatever, you're either going to have to do this or they're going to hire a company to do this, and you do not want them to hire a company to do this, because all of a sudden, again, you owe them money. Plus, it sounds horrible if you don't. Every single clip, you have to physically go in, every single clip, and put a fade on it, on the beginning and the end of the clip, right here. You can see it right there. You have to do it, because if you don't, what will happen is you'll get what they call a click or a pop, because there might be an S or a sound right there, and when it leaves, it's like pop. I've heard it before in some very, very cheap older independent films where it's like, pop, click, plop. And here's why it's important. When I'm done with the movie, and this is just the trailer, when I go to do the audio on the movie, let's see, this alone was, well, let's see, almost 12, 14 levels of sound for 8 to 13 seconds of a trailer to put on YouTube. When I do the movie, I have almost 100 going down. Now, this is where it gets weird. What people don't know is when you do a movie, you have to go every single clip. You have to do that because if you don't do that, here's what will happen. You have to do a QC report, and they have a special computer that will pick up every one of those clips. Every single one, it would pick up this click and say, "Hey, there was a pop in it. There was a pop in this one," and then you have to pay someone to go in and fix them because you cannot have that. They will not put it out without that. Now I go, well, this is a YouTube video. I'm not selling this to a distributor, but see, that's where I'm weird. I love stuff being right for me, so I have to do it even just on this. Plus, I know a lot of people, if you notice, you'll see over on the right side of the screen, the green bars. That's because when you're doing sound, it can never go into the red. It can never go over 0. It can never go over 0. Now, YouTube, you can record anything and somebody's screaming on it, and YouTube has a program that will fix it for you. They fix it by muting sound. I go, I'm making something because I want people to hear all the sounds clearly. So if you notice, like what that entails is I have to go if I stack all these sound clips right here, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Look, I'll turn this one up. Watch. See how it goes in the red? See that red over there? When you pull in a clip, it's and you stack them, that's going to happen. So you have to do this mixing thing where you pull it down and you go, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm under the red. But now can I still hear it? And if I can't hear it, I go, well, then I have to lower this one. I know it sounds a little boring. For the few people that love this stuff, what I'm trying to share to you is, this is one of the reasons. Now, this is not the same for everybody. Trust me. I know for a fact there are some people out there that don't put this level of care into what they're putting out into the world, and they'll get a deal, and the company will handle it. And who am I to say, well, that it works for you? This is what works for me. Is I made a decision that if I'm gonna put something that I'm making out into the world, it's going to be right to my standards because I care about it. Versus if I don't care, then why am I even putting it out there? I don't want people who are just experimenting and throwing stuff out there to go, what am I doing something wrong? No, I'm only talking about me. And I'm trying to share with people who go, how did you create something and get it out there on the level that you did? And this is how I did it. This right here is a professional mix on a fucking 10 seconds on something that is going up on YouTube to promote Nicole's songs, and in 10 years nobody, and it might get 100 views because it's not a movie trailer, it's a trailer about a Kickstarter campaign about this, and yet I put all this time into it because I can't help it. I have to. I love it. I want it to be right. I can hear it. I mean, if you look at this animation right here alone, I don't know if this will let me zoom in any further. That alone took me yeah, it's not gonna let me zoom in the way it is set up here for the stream, but this alone right here took me 7 minutes, easy, because I wanted the sound drop out. Because again, look, you'll see what I'm talking about. Look, you can see the words, right? And then if I click forward, bam, the words are gone. So I went, well, where's the sound drop out? I just visually took something away from people. Where's the? How am I acknowledging that audibly? And so that's how I do it. So my point in sharing this is, if you look at all this work, and I wasn't even done, and I haven't even touched on. Maybe I'll touch on a little bit later. So tomorrow night, Saturday night, to show you how much of a geek I am, that even on a Saturday night I do this stuff. This 12 seconds is all. This is 12 seconds of work, and all those white dots are me manually going in. All of this is for 12 seconds on a trailer for a trailer of a trailer on YouTube. What's crazy is I could go on and for hours go through every single one of those audio clips and explain to people why I did it and why I'm proud of it, and I am. And that's where it becomes weird for me, is like I am, like I so want to sit down and explain to people this clip right here and the effect that I manually put on it and how I matched it up to the blinking of the video, and how right on that spot right there where they overlap and then it's gone, I have a sound that is just subtle, and I could literally talk about it for an hour. But it does two things. One, it lets me know when it even gets frustrating with me how important and how much it really does mean something to me. And two, it is how I have set myself apart. Not saying better or worse, but it has definitely set myself apart in the distribution companies know that when they get something from me, it's going to be right. And when I say right, I mean not better, not that somebody's not doing something by not going to this level for just 12 seconds of something that maybe 20 people in the world are going to see. But there is a right or wrong if your goal is to get a distribution deal. And what I mean by that is, if you don't care, then don't care. And that is completely fine. And if anybody gives you shit about it, give them the big FU finger and just keep doing your stuff. I do want them to pick it up. Now, what does that mean? And it means, well, I had to learn what is a professional mix. What do they need? What are they used to getting, which is not. This is what a professional movie does, even more so than what I'm doing. But not that much more. Again, that's what makes me proud of what I'm doing. I just did probably 75% of a professional mix on 12 seconds, and damn proud of it. And I could talk for hours about it. But I know most, even Nicole can't. She's just like, okay, whatever. I know the actors, they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. But anyway, that's what I do. So that is my I will video is a whole nother thing. I can expand all of this and show you all that, and eventually I'll get up to where I feel comfortable enough to actually bring you all in and let you all watch how I edit on the movie. Just understand that I am not saying that this is the way that you have to do it. I'm not saying that if you do it a different way that you are being unprofessional. That because it's not true. Um, I am just saying that this is what I do, and I have accepted that I do it because I really care about the sound, the video, the edit. It all does mean something to me. Uh, if I have a sound drop out, or if I have a a cut away from somebody to somebody else, I'm doing it for a reason, or I won't do it. And so I went, yeah, I wanted to share that what I do with people, even though I know you have no idea how many actors always go, I mean, I'd like to come in and see. And I'm like, oh, would you? And then literally think about this. This took me 12 hours to do this right here. There. 12 hours. 12 hours. And literally, here would be the argument. Could somebody have sat down and just went, just throw in a drum beat and throw in the words, nobody's going to give a damn, is for YouTube? Like, can you just do that? And you're like, yep. And they could probably have done it and probably get the same amount of views. So why do I do it? That's because I really actually love it. I actually love it. I actually wanted more time. Like, I wanted to go in there. And I know that here's what's crazy is I know this. I know for a fact these sounds right here that I did, these 4 sounds, they are matched up perfectly with the video. And I know for a fact nobody watching that video is like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. That just works right there. Nope. It does to me. Yeah. So that's what I do. That's 12 seconds. And I actually wanted another 5 hours to do it right, but we had to get it out there. And yeah. So anyway, I have been working on the movie, and I have started this process on the movie. But that's what takes so long. Then I go, yeah, it's right. It's spot on. It's good. I think so anyway. Anyway, okay. So let me end that. Yeah, that was a little that was more oof, I'm sweating. I've never I don't usually do that. Oh, hey Moretta, I'm sorry. Yeah, oh shit, I'm sorry. I didn't see your all's comments. Yeah, it's really difficult. I'm gonna have to learn about that because when I'm on there working on this stuff, the only way I know to do it right now is the way I'm doing it. And it, for me, it covers the whole screen. I can't see the comments. And I forgot, David can attest to this. I forgot I had a timer set so that I could go back to the comments, but I geek out and start getting into that stuff. So anyway, I love it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for me, yeah, it does. Yeah, there is. I zone out on it. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. It's so damn. It's fucking crazy. But I promised myself. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start coming on at these times because I don't worry about, and I understand. uh, uh, I can really get into detail about why I pick out a sound, how I pick out a sound. Uh, but believe me, it gets crazy because uh, I mean, I find it interesting, but there's 5 different transition, uh, what I call spark sounds. And why do I take the time to take 3 of them, combine them, and yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a reason behind it, and I have learned now, especially on this campaign. Campaign, I've gotten emails, not a lot. Again, 18, 20 worldwide, not a lot, and I understand it. Uh, that are like, could you go into detail on this? Why did you pick this, and or why does this work? I don't understand why it works. And I go, oh well, that's because that's not that's 12 different sounds combined, and it throws you off, but still lets you know what's happening, and that's why it sounds different. Uh, so anyway, what I'm going to try to do is since I'm up at this time anyway, because I got done with all the PR work and edit on the movie, and working on 2 scripts for 2 different scenes of people, Moretta being one, and then shit, not Sean, Christ again, what's her name? Nicole. Yeah, look, Nikki and Jeremy and Jason. Yeah, yeah, Jeremy and Jason and Nicole. um, and I have a scene that I have to shoot with them this weekend. But what I find is that normally before the internet, about this time, about 4 o'clock in the morning, between 7 is when uh, I wind down and nobody else is awake, understandably. And I used to just sit down and, well, yeah, talk to myself while working. But now I'm just like, fuck it, I'll go out there and I'll talk to whoever wants to be here, and maybe somebody can garner something or learn something or go, Jesus Christ, this is why I don't date nerds. I mean, you should see when Nicole and I first started dating. I was really into editing this movie called Isolation. It was a 5-year project of mine, and I was all into it. And she was trying, how everybody is in the beginning of the relationship. They could be like, let me tell you how I clip my toenails with toothpaste. And you're like, oh, yeah, show me. Well, I was like in the middle of this sound edit on this thing. And that poor thing sat there for like 3 hours on like one of our first getting to know each other. And I was just, oh, and then look. And then I turned down and she was, I think back on it. And I'm like, girl. Oh shit. All right, man. Look, okay. I've been on here rambling enough. I'm actually enjoying these. I think I'm gonna probably do this every night, maybe until the movie's done. I'm sure I'll skip a night here or there, or maybe not. I become I watch it because I have gotten into physical health problem about it before on one movie where I just didn't sleep for like it was like 12 days. And but it's not something that I'm going, that whole apple pie America thing, where it's like the harder you work. That's not why I do it. I do it because I go, well, let's see, if I get to do one of these every 5 years, uh, I get to have this experience. Not a lot. And so I literally, the minute I lay down to try and get to sleep, I can't wait. Like I literally go, it's like Christmas morning for me. I'm like, okay, you got to try and get it now. And I just can't wait to get back in here and start working on it. It's weird, but yeah. Anyway, So I might be on here every night around 5 or 6, and people could be like, I was dancing in my underwear earlier. If you missed it, you missed it. No, that wasn't. I probably will be at some point. Anyway, look, love you guys. Thanks for chiming in there, Moretta. Thanks for hanging out, David. I appreciate it a lot. If anybody follows Zach Renart, he's going through some tough things. He's a huge supporter. Just reach out. Just give him a thumbs up. I hope you can still make it to the car wash, and wish him the best for you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow as the regular PR person with the beautiful Nicole here. I remembered her name that time. And then I'll come on here haggard again tomorrow at 5. I'll see if I can find some polka dot boxers and give you all a disco step lesson to learn. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's actually kind of fun. Now I'm going to go pull up the movie edit. All right. Peace out. Appreciate it. I got to figure out how to. Oh, there's the end. That would be so me, thinking I've ended it and go on and be like, yeah, stupid heavy, you son of a bitch. I can't believe you did that. Why'd you say that? Everybody like, oh my God, you got to go on. He's lost it. Anyway, love you guys. Peace out. CrawlDieTrilogy.com. Thanks for supporting Nicole. And send more nudes. I love them. Thanks.